I did something similar to a citizen's arrest. Be me. Be pizza delivery driver. 7 p.m.-ish. Deliver pizza to this pretty nice house. Knock on door, hear dog barking. Man, mid-30s, opens door, dog behind him barking at me. That will be $16.37, sir. Gives me money. Getting change out. Dog bites me, makes me drop change. Give dog a little kick, so it leaves me alone. Man lunges at me and grabs arm. Pull out P3 at. Don't let go of arm. Shoot him 3 times in chest. Wife comes to hall and starts screaming and runs to phone. Shoot at her 3 times and hit her once in the back. She's on the ground bleeding and screaming. Walk over and double tap her in head. Hit her once and dry fire second time cause the P3AT doesn't have a slide stop. Walk out. Dog finally shut the fuck up. Take pizza and throw it in a dumpster a couple of blocks from the store. Get back to store, tell coworkers the blood is pizza sauce. Pretty good night after that, make like $40 in tips for a 5-hour shift. Phoenix, 2013. Same principle. That shit can be lethal. Most of those high heels have a metal spike in them. It's what gives it structural integrity to hold a woman's weight without crumpling. Plenty of folks have died from getting a high heel impaled in their brain. Be me. Get new girlfriend. She's all over me, fucking nympho, literally. Everywhere we go, she wants to fuck. Finally discover she was in the manic phase of her bipolar disorder. She's taking about a dozen really strong psychotropic meds and needs to go to the doctor weekly for a blood test to make sure none of the meds hit lethal toxicity levels in her system. Her moods become up and down, all over, doing shit that's going to get my ass killed by some hothead, arrested, or court-martialed. She has no concept of boundaries or military discipline. Can't take it anymore, I break up with her. She's pissed because she's never been dumped, she's always been the one to get dumped. She ends up stalking me for nearly a year. At one point, she ambushes me by my car in a dark parking lot, tried to impale my brain with her high heel shoe. I restrain her, call cops. After telling cops what happened, they say I should have just shot her, and it would have been justified because what she did was aggravated assault. One cop actually shows me a snapshot on his phone of a crime scene he was on where a guy got killed that way by his girlfriend. She tries to say I attacked her, and I'm all scratched up, but the cops can see they are all defensive wounds, so they see through her bullshit and arrest her. I get deployed, don't see her for years. I eventually get discharged, married, run into that psycho chick at the grocery store. She tries to follow me home to see where I live. Never shop at that store again. Be me. Just joined range near me. Always a chill time. Invite relative, go on Saturday. WTF.jpg. Packed with people. All of them are retard. Cringe shirts. Pick related. Empty plate carriers. Camo. Obvious printing despite no loaded firearms sign. Gun cases on floor. On chairs. On ceiling, nobody care. Seriously, I could have walked out with a gun case in each hand and nobody would have noticed. Gun store is fucked. Mob with people finger fucking everything from hats to HKs. Noise a dull roar. See counter guys, both normal, chill, normal dudes, talk often. One looks over. 1,000 yards stare. Apparently since the kung flu the place is fucking mobbed every weekend from sun up to sundown with an entire circus of clowns. Be me, mechanic and ironsmith. Irish Army Reserve. Mechanics plus reserve have a reputation of being dumb country bumpkins. Get brought over to a seminar in the Netherlands. Have to stand at stall and talk to people about a tool we use. Seminar hall is packed with people. See a really familiar face in crowd, wearing an Irish uniform, walk over to see who it is. Can just see him over a bunch of piolets at a booth. Hey. How are you doing? Yell louder than I meant, everyone notices me. Hey, why is everyone looking at me? Then notice I am talking at the side of a highly polished stall. In the dark end of the concert hall I mistook my reflection for another person. Check officer looks at me like I'm a lunatic. Have to stand there for the rest of the day. Brigadier General finds out and comes over and takes the piss out of me. People pass me notes for the rest of the trip explaining how mirrors work. Be me. At LGS. Just browsing. Blacks come in. They want pistols. Owner asks what their budget is. They say they have a lot of money and want to see the nicest stuff. He shows them the HKs, 57s and CZs. They ask to go cheaper. Shows them Glocks and M&PS. Cheaper. Shows them Rugers. Cheaper. Shows them high points. They buy high points because it is all they could afford. He asks if they wanted holsters. They stuff it in their sweatpants and walk out acting like they were the shit. Didn't even buy ammo. Be me. Going to university for aerospace engr. Min-maxing neat bucks and grants. Treat myself to a gun every semester I pass with good scores. Go to LGS, they know I come in every 6 months and spend $600 win $1,000. My usual clerk, old Asian MAGA boomer, is busy filling out 4473. He says hello Anon, I got you right after. New guy comes over and says hell help me. Oh you know just got my grants and treating myself I'm looking for Smiths and Colts, $700 range. New guy boomer grumbles, why don't you get a real job? I spurg out and drop spaghetti, say at the verge of tears, I don't like you, we're not friends, and I've never bought a gun from you, you have upset me, I will wait for old Asian MAGA boomer. You are dismissed. He turns red and walks off. Old insane guy gives me a tour of some of the new Colts they have. Almset talks me into a clapped out $400 C96. Sells me a Model 10 cheap. I tip autistically the exact amount for the fifth of crown he always buys after work. Leave with nice SMITHHA 88 meters. Be me. Mountain exercise in Norway. Set up on a beautiful spot overlooking a valley and a mountain ridge. Standby for fire mission is given. Forward observers using a drone to spot the target area. Standby for an hour. Standby for 2 hours. Fog rolls in. Standby for 3 hours. Fog is really getting dense. Fire missions are called off. Word comes down they crash the drone into the mountainside whilst flying in the fog. 2 hours later a BV-206 drives by with the scrumpled remains of a raven. Froze my nuts off. Bumping this and then the room clapped thread. Be me, who else? Walk into favorite LGS. Employees give me the usual fake smile and greet me by my first name. Pick up a couple boxes of 9mm for the range. As the owner is ringing me up, another employee starts raving to me about HK. Have bought a gun from and transferred another gun to them both from HK before, so they know I'm an HK autist. He's a cool dude, but his head looks like someone took a hammer from Looney Tunes and bashed his skull in, which probably explains why he's so hyperactive and vocal. We go on about how great we think HK is. He and the owner pull out a 416 and start finger-fucking it. We talk more about ours. Owner finishes ringing me up. Thank them and leave for the range. Cool dudes. I remember how shocked I was as a Nugans finding out that gun store employees, of all people, were the nicest and most friendly employees to service me. I've yet to run into asshole employees. Everyone seems to love making stereotypes about. Be me. Noggin's 18-year-old. Call of Duty World at War is pulsating through my veins. I greatly desire a Mosin Nagant because fuck that was an experience playing as Dmitry Reznov. I won't forget your shooting lessons. Go to gun store. Ask for Mosin. Smells good, looks like it was pulled straight out of that same level in COD given how many scratches are on the stock. Buy it for $200. Bore is rusty as fuck, otherwise good gun. Still have it, still love it today. But now I'm a Nazi and I love it still in a semi-ironic way too. Shooting this garbage rod is the most fun thing to do most range days. Sure, auto-loading guns are fun and all, but shooting a steel torso at 50 yards with bayonet mounted and offhand aim while charging and stopping and aiming and shooting and charging is just so much fun. The steel core surplus is the best ammo. The sparks on target make the experience all the more badass, even if I'm LARPing.